The first horse would score 0.5 to 1 as there is some slight covering across the ribs, and you can see the last 2 to 3 ribs are more prominent compared with the cranial ribs. So there is some covering on this horse. Also across the gluteal region, it's less than generous, but there is some covering. In the second image, the neck is cresty and a channel is forming in the sacral region, and this one I'd give a 4 to. The horse is in light to moderate work, and there would be a risk of strain if changes to the diet or exercise were not made sooner rather than later. The third horse is in fit condition, although I'd prefer to see more cover through the top line. But this depends on the work the horse is doing, and I'd give this 2.5, but would not be looking to alter the feeding program mid-season if the horse is competing and performing as expected. The reason I'd make it 2.5 is that there are rather a lot of ribs showing. We're so used to seeing overweight horses in the UK that it's too easy to condemn the leaner ones. And the fourth horse has comparable flesh cover to the third, but generally poor and not showing signs of being in regular work because of weakness of the posture. I'd score the 2.5 for this one as for the last one, as there is some evidence of prominent ribs and hamstrings, but I would be investigating why the horse was not looking at its best. The fifth horse at first glance could score a 3.5 for its soft condition, so compare this with this. But the horse is young and new to work, and I would expect this horse to lose weight naturally as the work program progresses. I wouldn't begin to necessarily cut this horse's food because I would still want it to have energy to be able to work. So you can see that you have to look at the bigger picture than just palpation results and consider the management, environment, and time of year, and whether or not the horse was likely to increase or drop weight without changes to feed. And condition scoring is best carried out by a veterinarian who will simultaneously provide a health check and gait assessment, as well as advice on how to commence making and monitoring changes if any are needed. And some breeds can conceal the true extent of their obesity levels on the expectation that they are cobs or draft types. Others, such as thoroughbreds, can appear simultaneously underweight when they are in fact in optimal fitness condition, as in the third example. It's thus challenging for most horse owners to formulate a realistic, healthy target weight for their horses, and it's even more challenging to select a diet and management program to achieve the healthy target weight. Harder still is to balance that program with optimization of energy levels and the physical as well as the psychological comfort in that horse. The greatest threat to making any change in state of health is that one body system, such as the digestive system, could be unintentionally compromised for the benefit of the other. And this is precisely why full input from the horse's veterinarian is required.